sins, if you're thankful for the mercy and the grace of God, you didn't deserve it. You didn't earn it. You can't keep it. But thank God it's not in short supply. I can call on the mercy of God when I need it. And he proved this when he came down and robed himself in flesh and died for you and me and said, now I'm going to reach back and deal with the sins of all humanity. And he reached back, and his blood covered every past sin, every past shame, every past act, every past failure. I'm here to tell somebody today that God is not only a forward-moving God, but he is a backward-moving God. And when you were baptized in his name, his blood covered all of your past sins and your past failures. I don't care what the devil told you coming into this place. I don't care what the enemy lied to you about coming in here today. You need to be reminded it is not too late. You are not too far gone. God has the ability today to reach back to whatever sin you committed, to whatever deeds you did, and say there is no sin too great, there is no burden too strong, there is no chain too big that I cannot break out of them what needs to be broke out of them. Come on, some of you need to slap the devil a little bit this morning and say, hey, you know what? I may have fallen, but that's not who I am. I may have made a mistake, but that doesn't define me. I may have goofed up, but you know what? I'm standing here today without guilt, without condemnation, because the mercy and the grace of God has the ability to go where I cannot go. Would somebody lift your hands if you're thankful for it today? We like talking about all the great things God is gonna do, but we don't want to reach back and deal and put closure on the things that we struggle with on a day-to-day basis. The offense, the abuse, the hurt, the wound, the failure, those things that come into your mind every time you get out of bed and put your feet on the floor, those things that you wish you wouldn't have done, those things that you live with the shame and the regret and the fear of what happened back there. God is saying, I have the ability to reach back and take care of that. That's why you don't ever despise one altar call. That's why you don't ever say, well, I don't really need to go to the altar today. I don't really need to pray today. No. Because when you decide you're going to say, okay, God, I need you to deal with some things, that's when God steps in and he says, okay, now that you're ready for this, let me remind you, my blood is powerful. Come on, some of you have been dealing with guilt and shame and condemnation. I'm in the Holy Ghost now. Some of you have been dealing with this for a long time. But today God is saying, I need to return some shadows. Today God is saying, let me prove to you I have the ability to go back where you cannot go. And I have the ability to do things you think are impossible. I have the ability to make ways where there were no ways. I have the ability to make rivers in the desert and ways in the wilderness. I have the ability to go backwards. And I will restore to you the years that the locusts have eaten, the cankerworm and the caterpillar and the palmer worm. I feel like declaring to somebody today, God is returning and reversing the shadows in somebody's life. What should have been isn't, and what isn't will be. Are you ready? And because God has the ability to go back, I have the power to come back. And devil, let me preach to you for a minute. I'm coming back stronger. I'm coming back better. I'm coming back with a vengeance. I wish the church would get excited right now. Some of you have let your spirit die during these last 2 years. But God is saying, I need to revive some people this morning. I need to revive the church this morning. I need to revive the prayer. I need to revive the prayer warrior. I need to revive the fasting mom, the fasting dad. I need to return some. Come on, you need to shake yourself right now and say, God, reawaken in me the Spirit. Reawaken in me, God, right now what you want me to do again.